I'll follow you.
So what I need to do basically is just kind of go back and kind of zigzag.
Okay.
And so that's what I'm doing.
So zigzagging, and we're looking for the invasive species.
And the Harperella.
And the Harperella, the endangered one. So we came over to this side to look for the invasive species, but where Amy saw it in the past is all underwater. So we'll see if we can find any of these plants, because the water's high this year. The outfitter that we rented from said that it was so high that they haven't been able to use or run kayaks until July. So we'll see what we see. Downriver. So Amy found the invasive species we're looking for, the Murdannia. It's in the Dewflower family, Ptilimnium. Doesn't look like much. It's going to be hard to recognize in amongst all the vegetation on the shore. But there's some scattered ones in there, you said, right?
Yeah, and it's not going to be in bloom. It doesn't bloom until maybe October. I think we only have one herbarium collection I made with a flower. It's late.
But it doesn't need to bloom because it does this vegetative reproduction. You can see how it's rooting at the nodes and putting up this new little plant. So any little bit that breaks off can disperse and become a new plant down the road, down the river. So that's what we're looking for, in addition to the endangered species, which we haven't seen yet. Seen lots of cypress knees. We're floating at Botanist speed. There's the boat ramp we came off. Half an hour later, we're still looking at plants, still in sight of the boat ramp that we were dropped off at. But that's exactly why we're out here, looking for plants. We're checking out some of the aquatic, submerged aquatic vegetation. I'm going to put you under. It's a little obedient plant, rooted in some soil on this rock in the middle of the river. You can even tell that it's been underwater because it's got some mud stuck to it. Amy also pointed out that the cypress trees, kind of here in the middle, are stunted because of the outflow of the lake. As they release water, it doesn't allow the trees to get as big. So here is the Mardania. There's quite a big patch of it. I will notice the kayak is going into it. And you can see it underwater, so it doesn't mind being submerged. We're not sure what its status is as a noxious invasive or what the USDA thinks. It is a weed species in rice fields, and that's probably how it came into came out into the natural habitat. Amy's concerned about it because it appears to be liking the same habitat as the endangered species we're looking for. So that's what brought her attention to this species. I'll have to look up its status and see how much of a problem it is throughout the southeastern part of the U.S. There are a lot of rice fields in Arkansas, so that might be how it got to this part of Oklahoma. Oh no, Amy went up into another little tucked in cove and she says, sounds like there's a bunch over there. Amy went up into this little cove. Now I think we're both gonna get stuck.
Yep, I'm stuck.
And we'll be all tangled up in this invasive species.
It's actually the rocks that are the problem.
It is the rocks that are the problem. No, it's not tangling us up. But I will make an iNaturalist observation here. And I'm blocking you in. That's awesome.
Yeah, you're fine. Do your iNaturalist observation and I'll get turned around.
I don't know if you can see, but there are a bazillion dragonflies just flying up above. Kind of tucked back in this little cove, looking at the invasive species. Also just enjoying the water. Going down the rapids! Woohoo! Oh, there's some other people going down the river. We've seen a few other groups. It's been pretty quiet. It is a Tuesday morning. Kind of late in the summer. I'm just checking out a kayak, which I think is what I'm parked next to. A sedge. That's kind of pretty. Looks nice along here on these little gravelly bits. See if they do anything exciting over there. Oh, oh, oh! Somebody almost tipped it. Some cool Cypress knees formations here. So many cool Cypress knees. Gonna go along the edge here. Maybe we'll see some more snakes. Hopefully none will fall out into the kayak. And he says he sees a fair number of cottonmouths tucked back in here. We haven't seen any yet. We were wondering if all the snakes disappeared, or not disappeared. We wondered if there were fewer snakes this year because of the cold snap we had.
Of course, we can still see the rerig dam. It looks like we have gone. Oh my goodness. Probably less than 2/10 of a mile.
So we've gone about a quarter of a mile. Yep. Cool. And we've been out here for about 2 hours.
It's just a dirty trick about looking for rare plants. They're rare for a reason.
So the pawpaw, also known as the Indiana banana, you might be able to see, oh, I don't know if I can get close enough, one of the fruits. It is kind of banana-like texture, but it's a southeastern or eastern plant. I think some people might make kind of like a pudding, something like a pumpkin pie texture out of it. Right here on the bank of the river. Looking back up in the Cypress knee area, all this plant that's surrounding us is the American water willow, Justicia americana. Super common wetland riparian plant. You see it all over the place. That's what we're kind of floating amongst. We can finally not see the dam. We've come far enough. Yay! That American American water willow in bloom. Looking really cute. Got some butterflies. Some dragonflies perching on it. But butterflies pollinating and getting nectar from it. Some little flies too. Amy's parking so she can do some little foot recon for plants. I think I will go over there too and drag my kayak up in the shallow. My bottom is a little wet from one of the rapids, so I need to shake off a little, I think. Okay, Amy found it. The special endangered species.
Oklahoma's only endangered species.
So this is our only endangered species. Try not to be overwhelmed by its beauty.
Vanna white. Ooh.
It is a member of the carrot family, and it looks like very dainty carrot flowers. So what's special about this one, Amy?
Well, it's aquatic. Rather than typical leaves you see on a member of the carrot family, you know, with little pinnate segments and things like that, you know, segmented leaves.
Like really fine and frilly almost.
Yeah, like parsley leaves or carrot leaves. It has lost those little projections, and instead it has this sort of simple leaf.
It is very simple.
Yes.
It looks like it's lost them.
And I have read that that's an adaptation to an aquatic lifestyle, because, you know, you don't really need those little leaf segments. They get all tangled up in the water.
Yeah.
But
so it occurs in this area in Oklahoma and Arkansas, right?
It occurs in Arkansas, and then there are, oh, I'll have to look this up. It's one with a weird disjunct distribution.
So it's kind of separate. It's got these widely separate populations.
And it was reported in this particular area years before it was actually found and documented and vouchered. Supposedly somebody saw it here and collected a specimen, but they lost it out of their boat. I can only imagine how awful that would be.
Lost it. Well, there are some more rapids that we have to go over, so.
That's true. Always secure your plant collecting bag. But it wasn't seen again until 2013. And
there it is.
I was trying to find one that had viviparity going on.
Here it is. Here it is. It does not have those really finely dissected leaves like dill would or carrots. You can see the flowers. Just growing right out of the water here. Nice little clump. Oh, here's a really nice clump.
Oh, that is a nice clump. It's all relative.
It's a pretty little plant.
It's cute. Its leaves are full. They're somewhat nodulose as well.
Ooh, nodulose. What is that?
That means that you run your fingers on them and you feel a little bump. There's a little septum in there.
On the actual leaf?
Yeah. Run your fingers by them and you could, you feel that?
No.
No. Here, feel this.
Oh,
one.
yeah, no, I got it. Yeah. I think mostly I wiped the mud off.
A lot of rushes have those too, as do some spike rushes. And I think that's another aquatic lifestyle adaptation.
Is it because it's like holding pockets of air?
Correct.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of aquatic plants have that tissue that holds air called parenchyma. And I think it's just for some added structural support. It's not ever associated with Cypress trees.
Oh, Oh, so in Arkansas you wouldn't find it in amongst all these cypress knees?
Nope, not at all.
Not at all. Just gravel, cobble, rocky bars. Oh, woohoo! Oh no! Oh, Amy's headed towards this backwater. Let's see if I can get in there. Oh, water's moving fast through here. Don't get caught sideways up against this rock. Oh! Woo! Uh-oh. I am not.
I'm backing up in a kayak.
Wow, big old dragonfly just went by. Amy climbed up on the bank to go look for some more plants. I'm just paddling upstream a little bit. Actually, I don't even really have to paddle. It must be kind of a back current here or something. I don't know hydrology very well, so. Mostly I want to try to stay in the shady area. A nice little view of these stunted cypress trees. Kind of charming out there. In the excitement of the rapids and the waterfall, I forgot to turn on the GoPro while I was going down, but Amy went on a different route. It kind of splits, and I went around to the east, and she's taken the western route. You can just see her peeking through here. Oh, caught on a rock. Ooh. Not sure which way was the better way to go. Here comes Amy. Let's hope we get some good footage of her going down the waterfall. Can't believe I forgot to do my GoPro. Wish there was a way to portage back up and do it again. That'd be fun. Straight over. Woohoo! Go Amy! Whoosh!
I went down so hard, and all my friends doing this. They've never had what happened to me happen to me.
Well, you said the water was really high.
Well, we're gonna open my dry bag and see how my camera is.
Okay, at least I'll get this last little one. Oh, hopefully I won't get caught up against this rock. Oh no! Here, I'll go this way. Woohoo! He is one of the cypress trees that's definitely not dwarfed. So big. You can see Amy there and how big it is compared to her. It's a cool sycamore about to fall into the river.